Thank you for subscribing to our channel. Today is Monday, February 8, 2021. CNN report. This Mississippi city will pay you a monthly stipend and relocation costs to move there. Need a change of scenery? If you're waiting for a sign, here it is. A Mississippi city will pay you $6,000 to pick up and move there for a year. Want more inspiring, positive news? Sign up for the good stuff, a newsletter for the good in life. It will brighten your inbox every Saturday morning. The city of Natchez is calling on remote workers across the country to relocate to their charming and historic community for 1 year through a program called Shift South.
BBC report. COVID. U.S. Congressman Ron Wright dies with coronavirus, aged 67. The Texas lawmaker passed away peacefully, with his wife Susan by his side on Sunday, his office said. The couple had both been infected with the virus and were receiving treatment at Baylor Hospital in Dallas. Mr. Wright, who had also been battling cancer in recent years, is the first sitting member of Congress to die with the coronavirus. On the 21st of January, he released a statement announcing that he had tested positive for COVID-19.
BBC report. EU states expel 3 Russian diplomats in tit for tat. The Kremlin accused the 3 EU diplomats of participating in mass street protests in support of jailed opposition leader Alexei Navalny. Their expulsion was announced while EU Foreign Affairs Chief Josep Borrell was visiting Moscow on Friday. The 3 countries affected condemned Russia's move as unjustified. 1 Russian diplomat must now leave the Berlin embassy, another the Stockholm embassy, and a third the Russian consulate in Poznan, Poland.
BBC report. Bolivia investigates death of 35 condors. Officials say they fear the animals, 17 males and 18 females, may have died from poisoning. The Andean condor, Vultur gryphus, is one of the largest flying birds with a wingspan of up to 3.2 meters (10.5 feet). In December, it had its threat level raised to vulnerable from near threatened. The International Union for Conservation of Nature updated the Andean condor's status in its annual update to its red list, which assesses the survival prospects of animals, fungi and plant.
Al Jazeera report. Ecuador. Arauz heading to election runoff, runner-up in dispute. Left-wing economist Andres Arauz is heading to an election runoff in Ecuador after voters cast their ballots across the South American nation on Sunday, but his opponent in the next round of voting remains unclear. Indigenous leader Yaku Perez, who had been a distant third in polls ahead of the vote, is neck and neck with Guillermo Lasso, a former banker and candidate of the right-wing Creating Opportunities (CREO) party.
Deutsche Welle report. COVID vaccine. EU orders 300 million more Pfizer shots. The European Commission has wrapped up a deal to receive another 300 million doses of the BioNTech Pfizer coronavirus vaccine, a spokesperson told several news agencies Monday. The EU reached a deal with Pfizer in November for 300 million doses and in January negotiated a preliminary deal for another 300 million. An EU official told Reuters that the bloc would receive 200 million doses of the vaccine in 2021.
Deutsche Welle report. Champions League, RB Leipzig and Gladbach to play games in neutral Budapest. RB Leipzig and Borussia Mönchengladbach have confirmed that their Champions League last 16 first legs against Liverpool and Manchester City will be played at the Puskás Arena in Budapest later in February. The Bundesliga sides discovered last week via Germany's Interior Ministry that the English clubs cannot enter Germany because of coronavirus mutations in Britain. The Coronavirus Protection Order agreed by the federal government last Friday envisions only a few exceptions and no special arrangements for professional athletes, the German Interior Ministry said in a statement.
CNN report. Tesla's $1.5 billion investment sends Bitcoin to record highs. It's an exciting day if you're an investor in Bitcoin XBT and or Tesla TSLA. The cryptocurrency soared to a new all-time high of $44,868.98 per Bitcoin after the electric car maker said in regulatory filings that it will soon accept it as payment for its vehicles. Tesla also said it has invested $1.5 billion in Bitcoin as part of an effort to invest some of the company's cash in certain specified alternative reserve assets.
Fox report. Iranian cleric claims COVID-19 vaccine turns people into homosexuals. A cleric in the Iranian regime told his followers that the COVID-19 vaccination turns people into homosexuals, which is punishable by death in Iran. Ayatollah Abbas Tabrizian made the outrageous claims Tuesday on the social media platform Telegram. According to the Jerusalem Post, "Don't go near those who have had the COVID vaccine," the radical Islamist wrote to his nearly 210,000 followers. They have become homosexuals.
Fox report. Utah snowmobiler captures video of avalanche rushing toward him. A Utah resident caught daring video Saturday of an avalanche as it rushed toward him. Miles Penrose and his brother were riding snowmobiles around the Uinta Mountains when an avalanche rolled down the mountain slope. Penrose was recording his brother when everything started to shake. He posted his video on social media. "My original thought was, earthquake," Penrose wrote on Facebook. "Then it hit me, avalanche. As I turned and looked up I could see the snow wave coming."
Deutsche Welle report. Clubhouse China blocks audio networking app, users say. China has blocked the American invite-only audio app, Clubhouse, users said on Monday. The app had briefly gained popularity as a platform for free discussions. The ban was trending in its Chinese-language chat rooms, after users received an error message of failed secure connection without a VPN. A tweet by a New York Times journalist in China, Paul Moser, showed the error message. Multiple people across China reporting Clubhouse now blocked, Moser said. Clubhouse is an exclusive app that is only available on Apple devices, which typically only wealthier people could afford. However, it became a platform for users to freely discuss thorny subjects. Those included typically censored issues in China such as the mass detention of Uyghur Muslims and the protests in Hong Kong. Chinese-speaking Clubhouse users were expecting authorities to eventually censor the app.
Al Jazeera report. Biden wage plan would lift 900,000 from poverty. There's a catch. United States President Joe Biden's proposal to raise the minimum wage to $15 per hour by June 2025 would reduce employment by 1.4 million jobs that year and increase the U.S. budget deficit by $54 billion over the 10 years from 2021 to 2031, the Congressional Budget Office (CBO) said on Monday. In its cost assessment of Biden's Raise the Wage Act of 2021, the nonpartisan Legislative Budget Referee Agency said that the minimum wage increase also would lift 900,000 Americans out of poverty in 2025.
Al Jazeera report. Sudan's Prime Minister names new cabinet. Sudan's Prime Minister Abdallah Hamdok appointed Darfur rebel leader Jibril Ibrahim as finance minister in a cabinet reshuffle on Monday. Hamdok announced his new cabinet, which includes ministers from the Sudan Revolutionary Front, an alliance of armed groups, in a televised news conference in the capital, Khartoum. The reshuffle comes as Hamdok struggles to push through reforms and secure foreign financing seen as crucial to easing a deep economic crisis and bolstering Sudan's transition to democracy.
Fox report. Florida crossing guard hailed a hero after saving 7-year-old from getting struck by car. A crossing guard in Florida has been hailed a hero after she saved a 7-year-old girl from getting hit by a reckless driver. Crossing Guard Supervisor Kathleen Quinn was patrolling an intersection at Culbreth Road and Nature's Way Boulevard in Valrico on Wednesday when a car swept through the area, ignoring her commands to stop, the Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office said. Without hesitation, Quinn grabbed the 7-year-old who had been walking her bike across the street.
Fox report. Pope moves ahead with plans to meet Shiite leader in Iraq. Pope Francis will meet with Iraq's top Shiite Muslim cleric, Ali al-Sistani, during a trip next month that will also include a pilgrimage to ancient Christian communities that were emptied and devastated in battles with the Islamic State group. The Vatican on Monday released the itinerary of Francis's March 5-8 visit to Iraq, his first foreign trip since being grounded for 16 months due to the coronavirus pandemic.
Thank you for watching 5 p.m. recap. To be notified, you can subscribe our channel and activate the bell.